Live and well. 84 degrees up here in northern New Jersey. I'm gonna start having to do some Al Roker type shit. You know what I mean? When I start my streams, when we start our streams together, I'm gonna be on some Al Roker. I'm gonna be like, here's what's happening in your neck of the woods, and then we gonna flip, and I'm just gonna read off everybody's weather reports. That'd be a fun way to get things going. I don't know if I'm really gonna do that, but either way, it is a good and fantastic Wednesday, and I'm sitting up here looking like somebody freaky ass auntie ready to do their thing. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Looking like, oh, Kaylin Clark passed me the ball, looking like I'm about to, you know what I mean? Got to flame yourself a little bit. You feel me? But we got distracted gardener in the building. What's going on, sister? It's always good to have you here. You know, I got a bit of a slow start today. I was up pretty late last night. I had a good night though. I was up actually doing a bunch of research. I was researching the healthcare system in America. A whole lot of different things about it. Very interesting stuff. So, I was dragging a bit today, but it's all good. You feel me? It is all good. We got Fritza. We got the Queen Fritza herself, the Empress Fritza. Now, you know what? I'm not going to, it's Queen Fritza because Empress it sounds a bit tyrant-y, like you done took some shit over. You feel me? Like Queen is better. Queen sounds more like your birthright. Empress sounds like I took this shit. You feel me? So I ain't gonna do you like that. You Queen Fritza. Unless you just feeling bad one day, then you could be Empress Fritza that day. We got Twin Dragon, we got Sigourney in the building. What's going on? I'm feeling pretty good. I am feeling pretty fantastic. So we got a couple of things to discuss today. Um, yeah, Republicans are really, really adamant and determined to pass all these abortion bans, despite the fact that clearly the people don't want it. They can't pretend like they're the silent majority. They're the loud minority. And Louisiana, you feel me? They striking. They going after contraception. And then oh, a sorceress. You know what? That's perfect. A wizardress. No, sorceress is definitely better than I've never heard wizardress before. I guess it could work, but sorceress is definitely better. And it's fitting for you too because you got them magic fingers in the garden. You know what I mean? She got them. What do you call it? The green thumb. She got that green witch's thumb. She just presses it to the earth and tomatoes, potatoes, chapatos, peppers, cabbages, watermelons, whatever she want. You know what I mean? It's a good one. Yeah, so see that? Yeah, there we go. Quit Queen Fritz all day, every day. See, I thought, yeah, that worked out, didn't it? Because again, I was going Empress, but I was like, nah, that just it doesn't fit. We could do that, but it just don't fit. Yeah, we definitely keeping it Queen Fritz. But yeah, see that there you go. You already know. The seed master. Yes, hell yeah. We need a seed master magic card of some type, definitely. You know what I'm saying? Nah, this is this this that type of cool shit that we go continue to put into our apparel. We're not quite there yet, but we will be ready to go. But it's stuff like this, you know what I'm saying? The seed master. We definitely gonna do that. Like a big ass Buddha's palm or something. But now to less fun news right now. We got Aaron. How you doing? Hope you're doing well today. It is a beautiful day here in New Jersey. And I might I've been getting stuff ready for this next mental health episode, but I might wait another day or two to do it just because it'll be better. The next one is introduction into mental illness in the prison system and also like deinstitutionalization, which kind of began in the 50s in the United States, like when asylums and state ran mental hospitals started to disappear. The Medicaid system, how that created incentives that also helped mental hospitals disappear. Um, but it's not like asylums were these great, wonderful places all the time. So there's just a lot to discuss. You feel me? So I might wait another day or two just to, because clearly we're not going to be able to talk about everything in one episode. So I may go later, but if I don't, then I'll do it Friday or Saturday is when I'll do it. But either way, there's just so much. I'm excited about this type of stuff. Oh, Fritz, oh yeah, Fritz. I already know. Yeah, Fritz gotta have some type of garden going on because Fritz always cooking some shit, and she be mad. Like I'll be like, yo, I just ordered whatever. I don't know something from somewhere, and then Fritz will be like, look, and then it'll be like a plate full of the best shit you ever seen in your life. That's just how Fritz gets down. Notice how always y'all peep that shit? We gonna get started in a second. I'm just having a good time. But did y'all peep that? How I always, no matter what, I got my pinky up in the air when I take my sips. Cause I learned from the best. You know, you gotta do it fancy. All right, now here we go. Louisiana House votes to criminalize abortion pills. The Louisiana House voted Tuesday to criminalize possession of actually, I think we went over this yesterday. Um, yeah, we did go over this yesterday. I think it was a unless it was another state, but we yeah, I'm pretty sure we went over this yesterday. So we don't need to go over it again. That's on me, but it's okay. For anybody who forgot or anybody who didn't see, boom, the Louisiana House votes to criminalize mifepristone and misoprostol. I think that's how you say those two pills that are normally taken within the first 10 weeks. I'm pretty sure is when that's typically when they're taken. But you still got people, not a lot, but it's like, you got the Marjorie Taylor Greens who are still saying, oh, the Democrats wanted to allow abortion up till the day of, till the day of birth. But clearly that's BS. But no, we don't need to revisit this because we went over this yesterday. My apologies. Oh, my allergies. My allergies. We got Mike Boy in the building. What's going on? Yo, we had a hell of a time in the opening intro to this, man. We've been having a good time. We got Donald in the building. What's going on? Yo, it's a good day. It's a good day. But yeah, no, I think I think I'll wait until Friday or Saturday to do the next mental health episode because it'll just be better. And two, also the last time we did it, it went well, but like now I see, okay, we're not going to be able to stream videos, which is fine. But if that's the case, then I want to make sure I got, grabs and pictures and slides and stuff and just have it properly broken down. So I'm excited about the next one. And I'm pretty confident, more than confident, that you all will find it interesting. Okay. Now, this next one is for the dog lovers. Yes, exactly. Yo, did man. Man, this dude Diddy is something else, man. Goodness. He I mean, we not gonna talk about that today because I don't got stuff pulled up for it. But I mean, this man Diddy, for as long I'm 32 years old, basically as long as I've been alive, he's been building up his wall of karma that has come crashing down. But that's a discussion for another day because goodness gracious. Okay, now if you got a lot of extra money laying around, check out Bark Air. I dig it. I'm totally with it. I have no problem with this at all. This is a country of entrepreneurs. Do your thing. All right. This is pretty cool though. But it's definitely expensive. And I think they're new, so it would be expensive anyway. Bark Air, a new airline that puts dogs before their human companions, will take its first flight Thursday, which is tomorrow. Bark, a pet company founded in 2011 that sells dog food and other products, announced a new aviation. Oh, let me get this off. Announced a new aviation experience for canines in April. It's the second air travel service to market itself as catering to pets for human passengers, recognizing how stressful and uncomfortable commercial air travel can be for animals. United Kingdom based public charter operator K9 Jets also lets passengers' pets travel next to them in the aircraft cabin. Venus versus in crates in commercial aircraft cargo holds. Yo, like, um, you really gotta trust your dog well because the last several dogs that I've had, nah, I could not bring them on a plane. Like that was not gonna happen. Like, because especially if you're gonna be on there for a while, you better trust that dog to be able to just be calm and be quiet. What if the dog got to use the bathroom while you in the middle of the plane ride? Like all of a sudden the dog take a shit. You can't blame it. I mean, it's like, damn, I gotta go. I'm a dog. You got me on an airplane. But yeah, nah. You can't you can't bring every dog onto an airplane. You definitely can't. All right. They say, quote, "We are excited to take the insights we've learned over the years to create an experience that is truly dog first, which is drastically different from just accepting dogs from the ground to the skies," BART co-founder and CEO Matt Meeker said in April. "We believe this initiative will elevate awareness of our brand's mission and values, introduce more dog lovers to the Bark family, and help enrich the lives of dogs and their people around the world." Hey, man, if anybody like upper middle class, and up is gonna be using the shit out of this service. Cause again, you can't bring dogs onto everything you can't well rather you can't bring every dog onto the plane. You just can't. Especially if you have some courtesy. Like if you know your dog might like be going crazy or might be afraid or something, then you probably aren't gonna want to bring it on a plane because you would be like, I don't want to. So you just gotta have a lot of thousands of extra dollars laying around. But shit, why not? Oh, okay. So it's the first flight from New York to Los. Of course, this is the epitome of some shit like this. Whether the first flight would be from New York to LA or from LA to New York is perfect. But this seems more like something that would have started in Los Angeles, in my opinion. But New York is still obviously very liberal, but not the same way that California is. California is a unique place. So is NYC, but it's just California is the hub of progressive culture. Let's see. They sold out. Um, oh yeah, and for like bigger dogs. Too often dogs are denied travel. Okay, let's see. So they got them with the grass. They got them coming up. And you know what's so great about dogs? You know what's so great about dogs to me is how clueless they are. Like like this dog doesn't know what the fuck is going on. It's just along for the ride. It's just there to have a good time and enjoy the day and take on the day. The curse of intelligence. We're able to think forward and backward, and that gives us so much anxiety. And human beings are uniquely depressed among within the animal kingdom because we're so smart. You know what I mean? Like that's probably ultimately that's really the reason. There's other reasons for it, but ultimately, because we can ask why and understand things, and we're so socially complex, we're just more prone. There is some type of a quote that's like human beings are prone to suffering, something like that, but it's true. But this dog don't know nothing about it. Dogs are just, a dog could see you, and 10 minutes later, it sees you again, and it's just so satisfied, and that's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? Like a dog, if there's one thing I envy in this world is a dog in a good home because they don't have to know anything. They just everything. They're just happy. They just be happy. Okay, so let's check out the cabin. Oh, they got their own. Yep, they see again the dog just on the plane chilling. They just on the plane. Yeah, they about to make a lot of money off of this. Hey, if I was a like some type of if I had enough money to be a private investor, I would invest in something like this because people are going to use this. Again, like upper middle class and up, hell yeah, people gonna pay for this. Cause see, look, it say right here, this a one-way flight from New York to Los Angeles. And this is the first one, so it'll get cheaper, but it'll still stay expensive. Um, so from New York to LA is $6,000 for one dog and one person, and New York to London is $8,000. And that's a lot of money, but not if you upper middle class and up. So like doctors and successful lawyers, because not every lawyer makes a lot of money, but like successful doctors and successful lawyers and like just people who make like upwards of 200,000 plus a year, six this is not a lot of money. And they can just put it on a credit card. So yeah, these motherfuckers about to be making a lot of money for sure. Cuz again, that's a lot of money, but not if you making like 200K plus a year. Obviously that if you did this multiple times a year that you'd be blowing bread, but if you like, "Oh, I want to bring my dog on one or two vacations with the family," like if you making and if both of y'all making like a household where both of y'all make somewhere around that, then yeah, that you can afford this shit. It's so crazy when you see like examples of how just like the divide between the rich and the poor, and how big of a wall there is to being able to afford things that when you think about it really aren't that much extra. So what I mean is like, you know, going on one or two vacations a year is really, that's something that a lot of people really can't afford. I mean, people can barely afford to pay their rent. People can barely afford to pay for groceries, behind on bills. There's so much credit card debt within the economy. There's all types of debt within the economy. But like, you go back when unions were stronger, just the dollar went further. So you go back to like the 70s, like, kind of that boom from the end of World War II to like the 80s, really up till the 90s. It wasn't a big deal for people to do stuff like that, you know? But now it's like if you ain't making, like that 200,000 mark, people who making 200K and up, they can afford to like, oh, I have 5 credit cards and like I pay them on time, and you know what I'm saying? Like you might have a couple thousand extra dollars to put here and there, but like if you once you now like 150,000 and below, it's just like it just doesn't go that far. And then the motherfuckers that really got money, like people who like they, worth 10 plus million, then you talking real money. And then there's people who got money that make that look like nothing. Like it's man, there's people out here who are just like just wealthy is just goddamn like, you know, um I mean, they're still human beings, but it's just crazy to think about the different levels of wealth that people out here experience. Exactly. Most people can't afford to miss work long enough for vacation. But again, like you can think back to really not that long ago when it was affordable to go out. Oh, the family goes out to eat once or twice a week together. Like that wasn't unheard of. That was common. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, so many issues to address. We got a lot of work to do. All right, so let's see. But yeah, no, like if you can if and obviously too it matters where you live as well. But if you can find a way, which obviously is easier said than done, but if you can find a way to make like 200,000 plus a year for like 5 plus years, then you probably can set yourself up pretty good. But if you can't get upwards of that, then like you're just not gonna have that much extra money to do shit. You feel me? Like at least from my perspective, I'm not some like financial expert, but that's kind of what seems about that marker to me. Like, but definitely that's a whole conversation in and of itself, and one that I'm not equipped to just have alone. But yeah. Okay, so what's this about? Fox anchor Maria Bartiromo promotes Trump assassination conspiracy theory, smearing law enforcement. Yeah, yeah, we talk frequently about this woman being a little off her rocker.
Trump calling out President Biden after learning that his administration authorized the use of deadly force during the FBI's 2022 raid on Mar-a-Lago during the classified documents probe. According to this filing, the DOJ and the FBI.
Gary, it's always laundry time, my brother. It is always laundry time. Always. And of course, I haven't done it yet, but I still got some, some spares laying around. I'm prepared for times like this. I am prepared for times where I'm just being a lazy bastard, you know? Like, oh, these are my emergency drawers. I don't, like when I'm about to throw a pair of drawers away, like, let me just keep these just in that's so fucking funny. I'm making myself sound like I don't clean up. That's not true. I'm very much a neat freak. But when it comes to going to the laundromat, no, yeah, I'm gonna find me a way to not do that.
Agents plan to bring standard issue weapons, ammunition, handcuffs, and medium and large sized bolt cutters.
Very true as well, Gary. All very true. The more and that's again why that's a very interesting conversation, because like up until a certain mark, the more you make, the more you spend. And it's not even necessarily like, oh, well, I'm gonna just buy a bunch of BS. Oftentimes you're not spending money just because you can't. You get some extra money. What's the type of stuff that you might start spending it on? Insurance. You feel me? Like insurance for this and insurance for that and insurance for this and that. And then you might buy a car, or then you might buy you buy, like just general things. Eating better food. Yeah.
They were also instructed to wear unmarked polo or collared shirts.
We got Robin. What's going on, Robin? Robin Seg, how you doing? Good to have you here.
And to, quote, keep law enforcement
Always good to see you.
Equipment concealed. Trump posted on Truth Social this. Crooked Joe Biden's DOJ, in their illegal and unconstitutional raid of Mar-a-Lago, authorized.
Hey, G, I'm just keeping it 100, because I know myself. I know sometimes I'm a lazy bastard, and I know that I'm not, because all the other apartments that I've lived in since I've been in New Jersey have had washer and dryer. So I can afford to be a lazy bastard. I can just be like, oh shit, I ain't got no drawers. Let me just wash some real quick. But now, it's a bit, there's a bit more consequences to pay. Okay, what the hell is this dude talking about? Yo, Donald Trump is like the most ridiculous person on the planet.
Crooked Joe Biden's DOJ and their illegal and unconstitutional raid of Mar-a-Lago authorized the FBI to use deadly lethal force. Now we know for sure that Joe Biden is a serious threat to democracy. He is mentally unfit to hold office. 25th Amendment.
Yo, Donald Trump is out of his goddamn mind. This dude is out of his he is crazy.
The FBI to use deadly force. Now we know for sure that Joe Biden is a serious threat to democracy. He is mentally unfit to hold office. 25th Amendment.
Oh, we wearing matching tank tops, twin dragon. Well, shit, look at that. Look at that. Everything about today is smooth. It's just a smooth ass day.
Writes President Trump. The FBI says this is normal, though. In a statement, the FBI said this. The FBI followed standard protocol in this search, as we do for all search warrants, which includes a standard policy statement limiting the use of deadly force. No one ordered additional steps to be taken, and there was no departure from the norm in the matter.
Right, exactly, Fritza.
Jonathan, I got to get your take on this.
Luke, brother, thank you so much for 6 months of membership. Thank you, everybody, for everything. All the support that you are able and willing to give is very much appreciated. And as you can see, it is not going to waste. And I look forward to continue to working hard and giving y'all my everything. So let's keep this train rolling strong and keep it going forward. Thank you, Luke, so much.
A prosecutor, deadly force. Does that mean that Joe Biden was authorized?
Right. They just read that tweet like, oh, this is totally normal.
The FBI to if it came to that and he resisted arrest, it would be okay to kill Donald Trump?
That's what it seems, and I think what's troubling.
What does deadly force mean?
Yeah, that's exactly what it would mean. If you were in danger, you can use deadly force. What I find really surprising is the FBI saying they're using.
This country is so ridiculous. They're really sitting up here talking about this shit like it's serious.
Standard procedure. Well, this is a former president of the United States under Secret Service protection. Maybe you shouldn't use standard procedure. Maybe you go, if it was even necessary to get a warrant, you go there and you execute the warrant in the lightest way possible. And you juxtapose that with the way Biden was treated basically like a child when he's caught with classified documents. Instead of immediately doing a search warrant, they let him just bring them, repeatedly bring them to the FBI at their convenience. There was no search warrant. There was no agents running in. And even though they knew Biden never had any business having these documents, trickled them out at a very suspicious time. And they kept finding more and more of them. And they treated them quite a bit differently. So the FBI really, it's like the most heavy-handed approach with Donald.
And the funniest thing, I mean, you know what? It's impossible to point out the funniest thing about this. You can't find the funniest thing about this shit, man. You can't. Because it's like they're acting like Donald Trump is just Joe the plumber. They're acting like he's just an everyday citizen, like he's a kid who has his whole life ahead of him, and the government's just bullying. It's like, I mean, again, what the fuck are the Republicans going to do after Donald Trump? Because listen, it doesn't matter. Honestly, like, even if Donald Trump wins in November, even if that happens, at some point, he's not going to be in office anymore. And the Republican Party has completely glued themselves to Donald Trump's anus. They've completely glued themselves to it. They have made a worldwide human centipede. Everybody glued to Trump's ass, mouth back to back. A world-long human centipede of brown noses for Donald Trump. What are they going to do when he's done? Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of a scary thought, honestly.
Donald Trump and the lightest possible touch with President Biden. And we see that with the recommendation. One is to charge, and one is to basically, we don't charge because Biden is an infirm and feeble man that, basically is not competent, which is scary in and of itself.
But this is so extraordinary. Over and over again, we see that the Democrats charge the Republicans with things that they are actually doing. And this happens over and over again. Now, the FBI and the Democrats keep saying things like Trump is a threat to democracy, but Biden is authorizing deadly force against his political opponent. And then you've got FBI, the former director, Jim Comey, back on.
Gary, thank you so much for the 50. I'm not sure what that stands for, but for the $50. Thank you so much, Gary. And two, I think this is the first time I've seen you around here. I appreciate you for being here. Thank you so much for the support. You said pair character. Oh, you know what? I must not be able to see what the emoji that you put in because on my end I can't see it. But thank you so much, brother. Thank you for the 50 pesos. And thank you for your support. Thank you for being here. Thank you for rocking out with us.
Television now with a new warning of what he thinks the second Trump term would look like. Watch this.
When you think about a second Trump administration, what do you think the implications would be for the FBI?
Oh, serious, for the Justice Department and the FBI, because Trump is coming for those institutions. He knows their power, and I think he has regrets that he didn't work hard enough to corrupt them. I don't care how you feel about Joe Biden, you must vote for him because the consequences on the other side are too severe.
I mean, this from the guy who set up General Michael Flynn. This from the guy who...
This is just like noise television for like really old people. And that's no disrespect to really old people because one day I hope to be really old myself. I hope to get there. But this is just like noise television for people in their 80s, people in their 70s, maybe their 60s, perhaps. They just have it on in the background while they're cooking and not really listening. Because they're not saying nothing. They're not talking about anything. It's pretty incredible. Right, exactly. They yes, if Donald Trump feels that SEAL Team 6 gotta take some people out, well, that's what the forefathers would have wanted. That's what they would have wanted to go down. Okay, let's see what's up. Okay, yeah, I think this was because we just looked a little bit at Maria Bartiromo reading some of his truth because he isn't tweeting, at least at the moment he's not. But this is more of what he had to say, I guess. Hold on. Is he's announcing his own message in the third person. Trump took green fiction quite a bit. Okay, this is an email. Okay. Breaking from Trump. Biden's DOJ was authorized to shoot me. He he's just sending this out to millions of people via email. Like I'm sure this is quite illegal. Like you can't make claims like this about people. Like if I was to call the police and say that, Mike Boy's trying to shoot me, he stalks me, and I'm not able to prove that, then they're gonna be like, don't know what to tell you. Or if I like insist, like if I was just in being like if I was spreading rumors, this is just defamation. Like like I'm just gonna if I was in on TYT and I just decided to randomly tell someone's business, like you can't just do stuff like that. But this is Donald Trump we're talking about. This is amazing. Biden's DOJ was authorized to shoot me. It's just been revealed that Biden's DOJ was authorized to use deadly force for their despicable raid in Mar-a-Lago. They're just itching to do the unthinkable. Joe Biden was locked and loaded, ready to take me out and put my family in danger. He thinks he can frighten me, intimidate me, and knock me down. But worst of all, they think their thug antics will cause proud supporters like you to abandon me. But here's the one thing they don't know: we will never surrender. God, man, a lot of people really believe this shit, man. And it's so cheap, it's so cheap. It's not even like, oh, these people are fighting for a great cause. They're just kind of on the wrong side. No, like this is just a big, stupid joke. That's all this is. This is a big, dumbass joke. Oh, we got the, you getting the portable mini wash machine. Hey, I'm about to get up out this apartment in a few months. So let me see what's up. Don't ship it yet. Hold on with it. Hold on with it. Hold on with it, brother. Give me a couple months. I may be going somewhere that has a washer and dryer, but just let me find out. But this is incredible. And again, it's like we will never surrender. Like, bro, this shit is so stupid. But it's working. At least it's working enough. It's working enough to, potentially possibly get him over the finish line. This shit is so dumb. And oh no, but Biden, bro, you can't lose to this bullshit, bro. Are you kidding me? They're just Trump's just sending out lies about Joe Biden to millions of people. Like, bro, you can't lose to this dude, man. This is incredible. Okay, so he said Biden's corrupt regime needs to get the message right here, right now, that our patriotic movement cannot be stopped. So before the day is over, I'm calling a 1 million pro Trump patriots to chip and say, stop the witch hunt against President Trump. Stop the witch hunt. He been saying witch hunt since the Russiagate shit. Like, bro, he is a one trick pony in every definition of the word. Like he just never switches up his tone at all. I know you and I will have the last laugh. The last laugh when we peacefully win back the White House in November. The last laugh? What the fuck? What is this? What do these people think this shit is? The last laugh. The fuck? How individualist is that? Like that's some shit. That's the last laugh is like some very personal individual type of stuff that I'll grant it you. It's I'm not saying that having the last laugh can be justified and it can be very satisfying, but that's not what we're talking about right now. We're talking about presidency. The last laugh. The fuck are you talking about? The last laugh. God, these people are crazy. They're crazy. These people are crazy. But I won't win without your support. So I'm humbly asking you to please stand with me today. Stand with Trump. With you by my side, we will make America great again. Stop the witch hunt. That's how he signed. That's how he signs off in his emails. Thank you, Donald J. Trump, 45th President of the United States. Stop the witch hunt. Uh, God, it's shit. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. But it's real. It's real. It's stupid, but it's happening. Okay. Now, where are we at? Okay, so Biden has put a lot of federal judges, a lot of judges on federal benches. Biden cheers 200th judicial confirmation. Judges matter. President Joe Biden thanked the Senate on Wednesday for confirming the 200th federal judge of his presidency, which he referred to as another milestone in the effort to protect the freedoms and liberties of all Americans. Earlier in the day, the Senate voted 66 to 28 to confirm Angela Martinez as a district court judge in Arizona. Quote, these judges are exceptionally well qualified. They come from every walk of life, and collectively, they form the most diverse group of judicial appointees ever put forward by a president. Biden wrote on Wednesday, judges matter. These men and women have the power to uphold basic rights or to roll them back. More than 60% of Biden's judicial appointees are women or people of color, according to the White House, and Biden claimed that they will decide whether women have the freedom to make their own reproductive health care decisions, whether Americans have the freedom to cast their ballots, whether workers have the freedom to unionize and make a living wage for their families, and whether children have the freedom to breathe clean air and drink clean water. That is true. That is exactly and precisely what these federal judges will be making decisions on. That is true. And that's that's why well, Republicans have been very successful at filling federal seats, filling appointee seats, seats that people don't get elected to but put on, appointed towards. Um because that is very true. These federal judges are going to be the ones striking down or not egregious moves by Republicans or Democrats. All right. So there, as of today, May 22nd, Biden has uh, appointed 200 federal judges. We got Vincent in the building. We got Teddy in the building. What's going on? All right. Um, what should we do now? Hmm. Excuse me. Cannabis legalization. 22 million US teenagers are less interested in weed in states where it's legal. Go figure. Not surprising. I mean, obviously, these numbers aren't necessarily going to be like massive, but that is something that always plays into prohibition of various substances. It's kind of the allure of, "Ooh, this is bad," type of thing. All right, let's see. With 24 states and DC now having legalized cannabis, 38 states having approved medical marijuana, and the Biden administration easing the DEA's draconian Schedule 1 classification, researchers and probably far more parents are wondering what this all means for our teenagers. Despite the above list of legal access, it's worth mentioning that no teenager can get through the door of any legal marijuana dispensary. However, we all know that's not where or how kids get their weed. That is true. Like you gotta, it's not easy to just, you can't just walk up in dispensaries. At least the ones that I've been to, be like, there's like two rooms you have to go through before you actually get in there. And they got armed guards and stuff, and they should. Well, that's why it needs to be legalized, because then banks can just, they can do stuff digitally. They don't have to hold hundreds of thousands of dollars and move it around, every day or every week or anything like that. But that's on the way for sure. That's definitely on the way, no doubt. He really said, "Why have judges? Let's use AI." Why not? Shit. All right. Um, but yeah, also too, generally speaking, I mean, like, it's so much easier to get illegal substances when they're not regulated. Like, I mean, if you have any type of decent connections, maybe you used to sell drugs or you just used to do them, or you do them to whatever capacity, then like a lot of people can get their hands on all types of illegal substances. But when it comes to like prescription medication or alcohol, like you can't necessarily just, it's harder to get it. People don't sell it that on the streets. I mean, well, people sell prescription meds on the streets. Um, but it's harder to find because that shit's controlled. And people, I mean, who the fuck buys alcohol on the streets? Ain't no need. You don't have to. You just go to the gas station and buy some alcohol. He said force kids to try them. Force them to try all drugs. Be like, this way, just shove all of it down their throats, inject all of them. Be like, motherfucker, you sure you want to use drugs? Ah, shit. Scared straight out of drug usage. All right, where we at? I mean, there's really not much else to say about this, honestly. Just further evidence that legalization, especially for marijuana, uh, has positive consequences. Positive things happen. You know what I'm saying? All right, where we at now? Oh shit. Man, like if you ever go on a tolerance break from smoking weed for whatever reason, I mean, it could just be because you want to go on a tolerance break, or maybe you got to take a drug test for whatever reason, or maybe you're low on money or whatever. Man, that first hit back, man, you, especially if you do it out of a bong, oh my God, you be so damn high. Like, oh my, how the fuck was I smoking so much weed? I'm so high. a couple a couple weeks ago, I didn't smoke for like 2.5, 3 days. And I have a really fast metabolism. So like, it just, my tolerance went shoo. Man, I took one hit from that bong. I was like, oh my God. I was so fucking smacked. It was amazing. This shit was great. Exactly. You got to keep the shit excited, because then you come back and it's like, fuck. Oh, man. I love that we all are open about our substance usage, because drugs are great. Just do them responsibly. Okay. Maybe have a glass of wine or something, you know. whatever it is that you like. Okay, what's up with this right here? You said your mom made you smoke 6 cigarettes in a row. She was like, "You want to smoke cigarettes? Smoke these motherfuckers." She said, "Smoke them, bitch." She said, "Smoke these motherfuckers." Hey, nah, yeah, I bet because when you she said, "Nah, this shit didn't work." But yeah, nah, that's tobacco definitely do that. You smoke too much tobacco, it's like, oh, shit hit you. That's funny as hell. She said, "Smoke them." That's hilarious. Yo, today is funny. We having a good time. All right, now what's up with this goofy bullshit? All right, we got Eric Bowling challenges Fox News host Jesse Waters to an arm wrestle. Does that mean you're afraid? I'll arm wrestle you for it. Oh, bro. Oh my God.
Now, finally, last week I challenged Jesse Waters to an arm wrestle contest live on air. Watch. Well, I'll tell you what, all those conditions don't matter. Just like me saying, "Hey, Jesse Waters."
Right, shit. We came from that I just escaped that generation. You know what I'm saying? I'm a 90s, been born in 92. You feel me? So I got my ass beat too. Yeah, be like, yeah, we used to get our asses kicked by our parents. Our parents used to make us do a whole lot of drugs.
I will arm wrestle you anywhere, any place, anytime. I don't care what your rules are. I will arm wrestle you, Jesse.
Right, here's a whole carton of meth. Smoke this meth, bitch. You want to be a that's a whole skit in and of itself right there.
So there it is. Jesse Waters, you want to arm wrestle me? Anywhere, any place, anytime.
Okay, what's going on?
Now, finally, last week I challenged Jesse Waters to an arm wrestle contest live on air. Watch. Well, I'll tell you what, all those conditions don't matter. Just like me saying, "Hey, Jesse Waters, I will arm wrestle you anywhere, any place, anytime. I don't care what your rules are. I will arm wrestle you, Jesse." So there it is. Jesse Waters, you want to arm wrestle me? Anywhere, any place, anytime.
I mean, they're just being silly. There's nothing really to say about this. They're just being goofy. There's really nothing to say there. But yeah, I'm telling you, man, these people have the easiest jobs in the world. The easiest jobs ever. I don't know how much he gets paid, but I know it's enough. Jesse Waters gets paid handsomely. He gets paid handsomely to be a handsome idiot on Fox News. Okay, so we got Donald Trump. You know, we got Donald Trump saying he'll never restrict birth control, even though he said he was suggesting it on camera. You know, because this is what Donald Trump does. Because this is what Trump does. I'll never do something I just said I would do. Of course, Donald Trump would greenlight states to ban birth control. Of course he would. Okay, what did he say?
I have never and will never advocate imposing restrictions on birth control or other contraceptives.
Or other contraceptives. He said that quietly. Or other contraceptives. He's so weird. I'm a weird guy, okay? So look, listen now. I am a nerd, strange motherfucker, okay? I'm cool as hell too. I'm as cool as they come, but I'm a weird, strange, nerdy motherfucker. So when I call people nerds, when I call people weird, it takes one to know one. But Donald Trump, he's so weird. Like, what? Like, why did you write it like this? He put this shit in all caps or other contraceptives, but he lowercase that. This is a Democrat fabricated lie.
Misinformation, disinformation,
because they have nothing else to run on except
failure, poverty, and death. I do not support a ban on birth control, and neither will the Republican Party.
yeah, okay, sure. Sure. And then of course yesterday, literally we watched right, it's cool to be a nerd now. It's cool to be a nerd now. But sometimes, it's like, come on, man. You're being too much of a fucking nerd right now. You know what I'm saying? But again, it takes one to know one. That's why I get to call people nerds and shit like that. And you can't take it too personally because I'm a fucking nerd. And everyone knows it. Everybody knows. Yes, exactly. This is a refuge for misfits, and it will continue to be a refuge for misfits. Cause you know what I'm saying? Like I look the way I look, but I'm a weird motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I'm a strange motherfucker. And that's why we all vibe together so well. Cause we all weird, strange nerds. All right. And again, this is yesterday where, Donald Trump was saying that he's open to it. Uh He's oh god, this man. And again, it's like yeah, he's an idiot. He's so stupid, but millions of people want this dude back in office, and he may end up being back in office. He may end up succeeding. All right, now let's get into we had to get into some chip chick dating stories, and I had to save that for last. Now, but first, before we get into that, this is the type of stuff that is very easy to avoid as a grown man. It's very easy to avoid this type of stuff as an adult, and it goes beyond relationships with significant others of any type. You could like this like if you have roommates, this type of shit is gonna fuck things up. And even if you live by yourself, like damn, somebody got to come over at some time, and even if they don't, damn, you live in here. So we got the husband who left food in the pot when put in the sink. Like, like you can't really get mad at people for getting mad at you for stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't get upset when get mad at you for this type of shit. Cuz this is just part of being constantly cleaning the kitchen is part of being an adult and having your own place. It never ends. You constantly have to clean shit up. And I understand that sometimes you may just leave shit in the sink for a day or two because it's like, damn, I cleaned this shit up multiple times a day and it's dirty all the fuck over. But you got to learn how to clean up. You just got to learn how to be an adult. This husband who never replaced the garbage bag after taking out the trash. Yeah, that would get annoying too. Like, bro, just change the garbage. Yeah, no, see, yeah, you can't leave stuff out like this. Yeah, no. Yo, this nifty wrapped up some presents like this for Christmas. You just wrap shit up for Christmas, just toss it, just throw it. You know what I mean? This looks like you throw your Christmas presents at people. Like, Jared, where's Jared? Here you go, pal. Go long. Like you just pow, just toss that shit. The boyfriend who packed up the moving box with kitchen stuff in this manner. I guess this is a bit more nitpicky, but still, like, yeah, this is easily avoidable. But I just say that because they're moving. But the husband who did the laundry by putting the whole bag of pots in the washing machine. Is this real? You Oh, that's funny. Oh yeah, no, you can't do this, man. You gotta clean. And again, this why I said this goes beyond like being in a relationship with somebody. Like you gotta, like this will fuck shit up a roommate. It's like, nah, man, you gotta clean shit up. Okay, it's basically all the same shit. Okay, now let's get into Chip Chick. Let's get into Chip Chick. Yeah, sometimes you got to question what you see online because sometimes it's like, well, one, a lot of the time you can just directly see like, oh, this is a skit. This isn't real. But it'd be like, huh, I got to do laundry. I'm just gonna throw this whole bag and all, just throw the bag in there. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it. She told her husband his fragile masculinity was costing their family so much money because he insisted on buying a Mercedes instead of a minivan. He was like, "No, I can't let the boys see me in this. I can't let the boys see me in this gay ass minivan." That's probably what he was thinking. Oh, this gay ass minivan. I can't be pulling up looking like a woman in this minivan. I look like a fucking soccer mom. my husband's My husbands become reluctant. No, no. Many husbands become reluctant when their wives express wanting to buy or lease a minivan so they can get their kids around easier, as they see it as a more feminine car. However, minivans are extremely practical for busy parents and shouldn't be blown off. One woman decided not to get a minivan since her husband wanted a more masculine looking car and has been regretting her decision ever since. She and her husband, Craig, are in their 40s and welcomed their fourth child 3 years ago. When their new baby arrived, she and her husband knew they needed a larger car to get their family to and from places, while he kept this sedan to himself. Quote, we decided to trade in my super reliable Toyota RAV4 for something bigger since I was the one who drove the kids around most often. I was open and ready to embrace minivan life and was planning to buy something reliable and safe like a Honda or a Kia. But Craig had his heart set on an SUV. In his mind, minivans were too feminine. So against my better judgment, we purchased a used 2018 Mercedes GLS for the boys, for the fellas, for the fellas. Pull up to show off for the fellas because I can't have the guys thinking that I'm practical with my money. Can't let the fellas think that. Can't let the guys think that I'm a little frugal because I got a family to raise. Just had my fourth child. Can't be looking gay. Just had my fourth kid. Can't be riding around looking gay in a minivan. Can't be looking like a woman when you got 4 kids to feed. That's hilarious. All right. When she talked to Craig about selling his sedan, he quickly shut her down and started talking about how he still didn't want to get a van. Right, exactly. It was over soon after that. Ah, this is funny as hell. Yeah. She was so frustrated from all the car chaos and tired of Craig's attitude that she snapped at him and said, your fragile masculinity is costing our family so much money. In retrospect, maybe my tone was harsh, but he was being needlessly difficult, she added. We haven't really spoken much since then. I'll also be Ubering to work this week since I won't be touching that car. Ah, my allergies. Damn. They're going crazy. Was she wrong to make that comment about her husband's masculinity, or was her frustration understandable? No, it was quite understandable. And but again, those are the types of things that can eventually lead to breakups because it'll be like you just see people's character like this shit really this important to you, and then you'll start noticing things like, oh yeah, but yeah, nah, just get a minivan, bro. It's not that big of a deal. You're a grown man. You got 4 kids to raise. People aren't gonna judge you harshly for pulling up in a minivan. But I can't be looking gay. Can't be looking like a woman. Because the guys, you know what I'm saying? It's so funny too, like how like when men are super homophobic, how they end up kind of being like gay, and they end up being super gay in their attempts to not be gay at all. You know what I'm saying? So like it's like, I'm so straight, I'm so heterosexual that I can't let a bunch of dudes see me in a minivan for fear of their judgment. That's kind of gay. You see what I'm saying? Like it's just funny how that works. Now, obviously, we got the stuff. We got the anti-gay like congressman getting caught banging dudes in airport bathrooms. That is some freaky shit. Listen, I'm a freak. I'm a freaky motherfucker. Okay, listen. But like I probably can wait till I get to an apartment or a hotel or something. I don't have to bang people in the airport bathroom. Like I'm not. So we got those examples, but it's just funny as hell how that how that right, exactly. Nah, gee, that's how we got to start saying it for the fellas. Got to do it for the fellas because I'm so straight. Like, bro, wouldn't it be wouldn't like, to me the whole masculinity and femininity shit, I mean, sure, there's elements of truth to it, but generally speaking it's really just a bunch of BS. But wouldn't, if we're talking about that, wouldn't the masculine thing be to do what's necessary for your family, which would be buying a cheaper car? And not only a cheaper car, but if you get a Honda or something, it's gonna last you longer. It's not gonna have as many problems as a Mercedes. Wouldn't that be masculine? I'm thinking about my financials and I'm thinking about raising my four children. But nah, he gotta look cool for the guys. You know what I'm saying? He gotta look cool for the guys. But yeah, no, that's just that it's just funny how that'll go down. You know what I'm saying? All right, where we at? Um, hmm. Is this one, should we do this one or not? Because there's so much on this website on Chip Chick. I'll save this one for another day because I actually have quite a bit of work to do to get this next episode ready. I'm gonna do the next mental health episode either Friday or Saturday. Tomorrow I'm busy with other things, but I want to put another day or two into getting this episode ready. We're gonna talk about deinstitutionalization, which basically saw the shutdown of state-run asylums, state-run mental hospitals, and we'll talk about the realities of those asylums. It's not like they were all good. People were definitely being abused in there, but there also are a lot of negatives from mental hospitals being taken away. We'll talk about how that happened. We'll talk about the legislation and the laws that passed. Um, oh, Robin rewinded a little bit. I was making fun of guys who were like homophobic because like a lot of men like in their quest to be super straight, they end up being like really gay, and it's just funny. Like it's funny. Um, but yeah, no, there's just a lot to break down when it comes to the relationship between like state mental hospitals and the prison system. How many people in the prison system have severe mental illness, and how the prison system just really is not equipped to deal with people who have severe mental illness. There's so much to break down and talk about with this. So I want a couple more days to just get it together, uh because this will be a whole series. So I'm excited about that. But thank you everybody for everything that you do. Thank you for all of your support, all of your belief, and I will see you tomorrow.